Hey everyone, it's Adaptive Goddess, and I am at Kayu Kayu Park in Shoreline, Washington, as part of my park series. So, as in my previous video, I will be using the same park rating matrix, which is here.
So the rating process for the parks is simple. We have 6 different senses, that is touch, balance/body awareness, sight, hearing, taste, and smell. And it's rated a 1 to 5 scale, 5 being the highest, 1 being kind of the lowest. So for things like touch, there's many different textures that kids are encouraged to touch or feel. For a 3 rating, it's a 1 or 2 different textures. And then 1 is that the park doesn't really incorporate different textures and it's just kind of the same. For balance and body awareness, it is about how many play structures there are. So for 5, there's many different play structures or different levels. For 3, it's 1 or 2. For 1, there's not a play structure or no other way of kind of doing some balance or some kind of body movement. For sight, it's about different colors and just kind of different play structure, things to look at. Like, is it a pretty view? Is there a view? Is there just different things to look at? 3 is just kind of, are there different colors? 1 is that it's the same color or it's just way too bright for all the colors and they don't really match. For hearing, it's about different sounds and playing equipment, to be a 5. For 3, it just is different sounds, and for 1, it's too loud. For taste, so this is about what is within a 3-minute walk or a 5-minute drive, just kind of what are things around that are restaurants. So for 5, there's many different restaurants. For 3, there's a few. For 1, there's 0, or just they're all the same, like it's all fast food. For smell, 5 is that there are many plants or the surroundings give off different scents and smells that aren't overpowering. It's really just about being overpowering. So 3, it's just a few. And 1 is that the area is too, like it smells too much, or there's just way too many overpowering smells. So that way the brain gets a little overworked in that department.
So, let's get down into the breakdown. I will first start with touch. Again, like in Richmond Beach Library Park, there's just some concrete, some wood chips, and some pretty hard ground. So overall, I rate this a 4 out of 5. I wish there was a little bit more tactile stuff, but again, the play equipment has different textures in it too, which makes it more able to have a higher rating. Next up, I'm going to do sight, and this one is, again, like in Richmond Beach, a lot of green, but there's a lot of nature around. There's also like a really cool sculpture off to in between the trees. First sight, there's also like a really cool history plateau over there where they have like a whole thing about like the history of the Puget Sound in relations to Shoreline and this particular area, which is, I think, really cool. You also are looking out onto the Puget Sound, which is one of my favorite things to look at because it's water. And when it's not cloudy, you see the other sides of the islands and the Olympic Mountains on the peninsula. So overall, I would rate that a 3 out of 5, just because it's still kind of all the same color of like green and blue. I wish there was a few other colors in there, and it's just very like 3 colored: blue, green, and brown. For smell, this one has a lot more of an ocean smell to it. It has a lot of like the water smell, which I personally enjoy, but I know that can get kind of smelly. And it also, again, has like the smells of nature. So like the trees and the grass and the foresty kind of area all has like a smell to it. And that's the smell you're really picking up on. So since that's only like 1 or 2, I rated that a 3. And then for hearing, we're really, really lucky right now that the train isn't coming across because the train tracks are right there. So the train is really, really loud. But I do know a few kids at the clinic I work at really, really love trains. And so the loud train noise isn't actually bothering them. So it really all depends on you and your child, or you and the person you'd be taking to the park, on how loud the noise gets. Also, this is a smaller park, and so when people do come, they are kind of all congregated together, so it feels like it's more dense than probably it actually is. There is also a closed bathroom that's right there, and it's easy to get to. It's literally like steps from the park.
And the parking.
Oh, and the parking. Thanks, producer. There's a limited amount of parking, but there is more parking up the top of the driveway. There is one handicap spot, but I have seen people who are non-handicap park in this spot. So it's kind of a hit or miss on this, but there is a lot more, but it is more street parking. It's a little bit more of a trafficked area in terms of cars going fast. So that would be something to look out for. When it is busy, it feels really busy because it is a smaller park. For balance and body awareness, there's some swings. There's a few like balance things, but not a lot, which the Richmond Beach Park had a little bit more of. And so I rated this a 3 for overall, just how aware are you of your body, and for balance purposes. For taste, there are no restaurants anywhere near this park. This is in a very secluded residential area that is pretty sparse in terms of restauranting. The only thing I know of is like a pub that serves alcohol down the road. I don't even know how far it is from here. It's quite a ways, not a 3-minute walk. So if you are going to come to this park, please bring a picnic or stop by one of the other restaurants that were mentioned in the Richmond Beach Park video, because there is such a great place to picnic. There's even picnic tables. There's picnic tables over more by the water. So that is a little bit more of, the taste is a little less, it leaves to be desired. So I actually rated that a 1 because there is nothing around. overall impressions of the park, it is a very nice secluded park. If you don't mind a train every now and again, I don't think they run on Sundays, but I'm not a train expert. We've been here for a while and a train hasn't come by. I love the water. I love looking at the water. And in terms of sound, sometimes the seals will come out and they'll make noises. And they're adorable. I love seals. You can watch the ferry. You can watch other boats come by. It's a really nice view when the train's not here. And the train doesn't come very often. Maybe once an hour when I was a little kid. So yeah, that is the park. Overall, it's a 16 out of 30. But yeah, comment down below. What are your impressions of this park? Do you think you would ever come here? Do you think you'd bring people here? So that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and gently tap that like button. And remember to be kind, compassionate, and true to you.